Hi everybody, stock futures have recovered. They are already up. You can see everything is green. Nasdaq is up almost 0.8%, S&P 500 0.7%, Bitcoin is up more than 1%. You can see such a nice view of Bitcoin from going from Sunday night in the buy zone, touching green line to the red line. Perfect bounce. Usually we buy in the green line and sell in the red line. And you can see even on Nasdaq, we had a dump on, you can see here on Thursday, perfectly went into the green zone. And then now we are recovering, going back to the red zone. S&P 500, similar story. On Thursday, we came in the green zone. Now we're going towards red zone. So very, very easy trades using this indicator. And if you want to know more about this, you can click the join button and subscribe to my channel, where I share these levels with my subscribers. Okay, guys, let's look at the long-term chart of the futures, and this is what we are looking for on US 500. Year-end target is 6,400. All right, so from where we are, that's about a pump of 6.4%. All right, so this is the area. If you want to short, this is ideally a good area to short. Also, keep a look at RSI. RSI, if it goes near red line, that's usually a good area to take a shorter trade. That's what we are looking for from now until the end of the year. In terms of point of control on MES, futures open a bit higher, so let's look at US 500. So US 500 chart, it could go down to 59.85. Right now it's at 6016. And on the top side, it could go to like 60.22 to regain the point of control. In terms of daily chart, what I'm looking for on SPX, we had a bearish day on Friday on NDX as well. But now you can see futures are recovering. So this is US 500, found support on this white line, which is 20 moving average, and now they are recovering very nicely. It might be that we already done with 9-count sell signal. Here we got 9-count sell signal, went down for a couple of days and then higher. Here we got, and after a bit later, we got this decline. Here we got 8 counts and then went down right away. So here you can see same thing here, went higher a little later, we got a decline. So it's we do get a decline. It's a heads up, you will get a decline. But it doesn't mean it's going to be a massive one. It could be just as shallow as this. And that's probably it. And now we're going towards new high. Now, in terms of gaps, you can see on SPY, there is a gap right above. This is where future will probably open or close it sooner than later, 602. And then after that, there's the all-time high gap, 612. All right. So it looks like they want to go fill these two gaps. And then there are other gaps at the bottom side. They could come back later in the year to fill these, or maybe in the next bear market. It doesn't need to fill right now. So keep that in mind. And let's look at triple Qs, NASDAQ. So NASDAQ also had a gap down there, filling that gap already 0.8% higher this morning, so they're looking to fill that gap. This is live market. US 100 futures, you can see again same story as SPY. You can see finding support on this white line, 20 moving average, and now going towards new high. There are no gaps on the up. Well, there is a gap on Nasdaq, but nothing above that. All right. So, but not Nasdaq can lead the rally. So that's what's happening. In terms of Dow Jones, similar story. Couple of gaps up, couple of gaps down. Most likely it's going to go higher. Mostly these gaps are created because of UNH, biggest healthcare provider in weighted in Dow Jones. IWM also looks like it wants to go high, fill some of these gaps. So you can see 7-8 counts is more visible on Dow Jones and IWM rather than Nasdaq and S&P 500. It's a mixed bag. In terms of crypto, it's again finding support on this red and white yellow lines. It found support here on 5th June, came back again on Friday, last Friday, 13th June, and now going high. All right. So looks like it's in front of now 10 moving average. It's probably going to break it and now march towards new high. That's quite possible. Ethereum again now battling with this blue line again, flagging this was a fake out. fake out breakout, and now went back. Now again trying, it's next again second time it's trying to break out. We'll see if it can break out this time finally. In terms of stocks, Tesla's looking pretty good. Looking for this gap fill 402 and 386 from where we closed on Friday. First gap is around 19%, second gap is around 23% away. So you can see this big gap here. That's 100% going to be filled. So at minimum, looking for 402 to fill. There's also a gap here of 453, but for now, let's keep an eye on that gap. Apple is also recovering. Good news on Apple, there is no gap on the downside. There was a gap, they filled it on Friday. So now Apple is free to go to the upside and fill all these gaps. And historically, July is really good month for Apple. So I could see a lot of these gaps getting filled. So from where it closed, even to go up to this 20 moving or 200 moving average blue line, there's a pump of almost 15% possibility. So Apple, I really like it here. So I think it's a good trade if you want to go long on Apple. NVDA, slight pullback, again trying to fill this gap which was created around 144. So looks like all these stocks are ready to rally. AVGO most likely going to start filling these yellow gaps. Earnings gap will also fill sooner than later. Facebook was down a little bit, but again, it can still start going higher to new all-time high. Since we had this massive earnings, there's not a lot of stopping on Facebook. Meta is also going higher. Looks like if there's any other stock, ServiceNow also had a nice pullback going higher. So nothing else too interesting right now. So let's keep moving. Toronto Stock Exchange at new all-time high. Buy the dip. Hang Seng Index finally recovering. There's a settlement between Iran and Israel. Trump is US is helping, and even China is stepping. So market is reacting to it and starting to rally. Bond market in front of this red line, which is 50 moving average. Look to buy below. Actually, I'm looking to buy TLT below 85-ish. There's a gap here around 85.93, and then below 84 is a very good buy if we can get that. Oil giving back all down. So this was Iranian striking missile noise, and now it's coming back. Could find support on this 200 moving average. Let's see. If that doesn't hold, then it's probably crashing back down again. So be careful. This could be top on oil. When people are saying it's going to 200, 130, 140, that could be where it might be ending. So surely we could get a little bounce before it goes lower, but this looks like this is it on oil. Natural gas also, well, it's gapping up, but again, trying to fill this gap. Gold also had a nice move, but now trying to give it back today. High highs, high lows. Silver should follow gold very soon. But again, looking like it wants to flag and wants to go more higher, it looks like. Dollar is still weak today, but again, multiple resistances. Not able to go above this yellow line, so still looking very weak. In terms of stocks, AMD had a gap down on Friday, again opening on a gap up, so recovering and looks like facing some resistance on this 200 moving average. Let's see if it can recover that. Shopify is very interesting. Multiple gaps. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Let's see when they're going to recover these gaps. UNH is also very interesting. Closed above both two moving averages, white and green line. So looks like it's finding some support finally and could be starting to go higher. So I'll keep an eye on how this thing shapes up. And that's about it. I think energy stocks are going to start to, you can see 9 count sell signal, CNQ on Friday, and perfect storm. So this could be the top. SU also, well, went higher after 9 counts. XOM is going higher, but this is it. Probably there will be decline starting sooner than later. And VIX is also going down. You can see here, it went about 20. That's usually a good area to buy. Now it's going down. So the gap here on 17.75, they will try to recover that and fill that. And then if that fills, it could go crashing to 14. We'll keep an eye on how things shape up. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Hit the like button on your way out. And if there are any particular stocks you want me to review, put a comment in the description. I'll review it tomorrow. Bye.